It's ready.
Yep. It's go live. It's go live now. So we start now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live stream this afternoon. So good to hear. Okay. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Jenny. I'm very happy to be your host this afternoon. So, as we all know, starting abroad is quite a process, and we have all the paperwork and applications. There are just so many choices to make. So whether you are at any stage of your education, wonder what next is a very natural thinking. So we have invited two special guests today to help you prepare for your next step. So please welcome Mr. Hamid and Mr. Cooley of QA Higher Education. Hi.
Hi Jenny, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Thanks for inviting us onto this this webinar. So look, myself, I'll quickly introduce myself. So my name is Cooley. I work for QA and I work within the Pathways team. So basically what I do is I cover and we'll be able to discuss all the programs related to Pathways and kind of helping students to pick the right course to go into our 4 university partners. I'll let Hamid introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is Hamid. So we work for a company called QA, which is a private institution, and we work with a couple of the leading universities in the UK, which we are about to go into a bit more in details with. If you guys got any questions for us, we're here for at least half an hour. Do ask us as many questions as you guys want. We've got fantastic ranges of courses to provide you guys, so please do ask all the relevant questions you guys need. Thank you.
Yeah, so now we all know about our today's speakers. Let me quickly go through what we're going to cover in this webinar. So in the first part, we will speak about courses for 2 educational levels, which are undergraduate and master. And hopefully by the end of this part, you will understand more about what it means to apply for a course in the UK, and especially what are the options to fulfill English requirements. So the second part will talk about scholarships and how you can prepare your profiles. And finally, we will have time for your questions at we are now at Q&A section. So without further ado, let's jump straight in.
Okay, Jenny, what I'll do is I'll just quickly share my slides that I have. I'll quickly go through a presentation with you. Let me just share my screen. Yeah. Okay, let me just get this loaded. And what I'll do is I'll be able to go through. So as what I'll do is I'll cover the pathway side of the recruitment process. So if there's any pathway questions or anything related to these, please do feel free to just ask the questions. And as we said, we're here to try and answer and help you as best we can. So firstly, I'll start with why should you start? Why should you consider looking at coming to the UK? You know, there is a huge amount of other countries out there that are similar to the UK, the likes of America, Canada and Australia, that are all vying for your business or looking to take you as an international student. So why should you pick the UK? Well, you know, the UK does have a higher standard of education. If you look in today's market, a lot of the multinational companies, especially from Asia, will prefer foreign graduates, and from that, they will put the UK is normally ranked number 1 in terms of degree holders they're looking for. You do get skills employers want. The course lengths are a lot shorter compared to all the other countries. So, you know, our postgraduate programs are 1 year in the UK, whilst all the other countries are 2 years. Their course fees are also more expensive in these other countries. So the great thing is you can come to the UK without sacrificing any quality, have a shorter course, save your time and money, and actually get a degree that will help you open doors no matter where you go throughout your life. You have world-class support and guidance. experienced student life. We have over 400,000 students coming to the UK every year. So the great thing is when you come and study with us in the UK, you will have that international experience, and you'll get to meet people from all over the world that will enrich your personal learning as well as your professional learning. But in terms of our university partners, so through QA, we now have 4 embedded university partners, university pathway centres within our university partners. And these are with Northumbria University in Newcastle, University of Roehampton in London, Solent University in Southampton, and the University of South Wales in Cardiff, Newport and Pontypridd. I'll start with our first university partner. So look, guys, there's a lot of universities in the UK and they'll all be vying for your business. So, you're in a very enviable position at the moment. So you can look at rankings and compare universities. And I'll start with one of ours. So Northumbria University for our pathways is our top ranked university. So it's ranked 27th in the UK, 351st in the world, and it was ranked top young university by Times Higher Education in 2020. Silver TEF rating, 30,000 students from 131 nationalities. It is a phenomenal university with a global presence, and this on your CV will open up a huge amount of doors. Moving on to our second university partner. So this is Solent University based in Southampton, which is a coastal city at the bottom of the UK. The great thing with Solent University is a lot like all the universities in the UK, or the majority of universities in the UK, has a huge amount of history. And Solent is 160 years old. In terms of facilities, I've been recruiting internationally for about 10 years now for UK universities, and Solent's facilities are some of the best that I've seen within universities. Very, very strong in sports. They're very strong in fashion, art, and design. Silver TEF rating, and it's a beautiful place to live because you are a biocoastal city. Move on to University of Roehampton. So at the moment, this is probably one of our best-selling programs, and I think the key reason behind this is because of the location, which is in London. It's ranked 9th out of 40 universities in London. Like Solent, has a huge amount of history, so it's 175 years worth of history. And for me, I think one of the biggest selling points that we have for Roehampton is the fact that it is London's only university campus. So there's a lot of universities in London that are city campuses. So they are 2 or 3 floors in an office block or a building converted to become a campus. That's a city campus. This is an actual physical campus. So you have 54 acres of parks, lakes and woodlands, massive libraries, huge different buildings, different departments, as well as on-site dormitory as well. So me as a parent, if I was considering sending my child abroad and they wanted to study in London, I would always look at somewhere where I would know they would be safe. And the great thing is, because they have their own on-site dormitories, students can live on campus, can do everything they need to on campus, and they've got that nice, safe feeling, as well as having the likes of London on their doorstep that they can then go and explore when they're not studying. It's very, very strong in its research power as well. 10,000 students from 141 different nationalities. And it's had a huge amount of investment. So £100 million worth of investment has been put into this university. And if you do get the chance, please go and have a look at the website, and you can really see where that money's been spent there. Their library is absolutely phenomenal. And I'll move on to our newest university partner, which is the University of South Wales. So the University of South Wales has multiple campuses spread throughout Wales, and that's in Cardiff, Newport and Pontypridd. And what I like about this university is the fact that we've been able to bring courses to the market that we historically haven't. So QA, throughout the industry, we are known for our IT, digital, business related courses. With the University of South Wales, we've been able to bring additional courses that we historically haven't been able to offer, the stuff like civil engineering and computer game design. So, it is really, really good option for students. 95% of graduates are in work or further education within 6 months, and more than half of the research that was done at this university was classed as world leading or internationally excellent. So in closing, guys, with these 4 university partners, no matter which course you will take, we can pretty much guarantee that we'll be able to place you in one of these universities. Moving on to the progression courses. So you will never just take a foundation course just for a foundation. You will always use that because it's a bridge onto your undergraduate course. So your progression courses are as follows. With Northumbria University, if you have any students that are interested in computer science, IT, digital technologies, or business, I would recommend Northumbria University because a lot of their courses come with a professional recognition as well. It's also worth noting that their law degree is ranked number 3 in the UK as well. So there's some really, really good subject areas that students can study with at Northumbria. Solent University, as I said, look, art, design, or fashion. Their fashion school is ranked in the top 100 in the world. So if we do have any students interested in that, Solent should really be your first port of call. Their engineering degree was ranked number 3 in the UK as well. And if we do have any students that are interested in shipping or maritime related courses, because they're a coastal university, they excel at this as well. Moving on to the University of Roehampton, so they're very strong in social sciences. So if you have any biomed students, then this university should definitely be one you'll want to consider, alongside business and the arts as well. So their international year 1 business is one of our best-selling courses. And with the University of South Wales, as I said, look, there's courses that we've been able to bring that we historically haven't. So the likes of civil engineering, fashion design, sports journalism, and applied cybersecurity. Moving on to the International Year 1 program. So an International Year 1 program is where students have taken additional qualifications on top of their high school. It could be a diploma, or they could have gone down the IGCSE route when they took their schooling. This will open the option for an International Year 1. So an International Year 1 program, basically what that does, it takes the foundation program and incorporates it into the first year of your degree. So in the UK, your undergraduate degree will be 3 years. If you take a foundation program, it adds a year onto it, so it makes it a 4-year course. International Year 1, what we do is we take that foundation year and embed it into the first year of the student's degree. So the great thing is a student will only have to study 3 years. And when we were looking at the International Year 1, we can't run every single course, so we were not able to run science or engineering. So what we did was we looked at what courses or what subject area would give us the best spread. And if you do think about it, in any industry, in any sector in the world, there's always going to be an element of business. So that's why we picked business. We run this with 3 of our university campuses, which is Northumbria University in Newcastle, University of Roehampton in London, and the University of South Wales in Cardiff. And the course lists are as follows. So as I said, look, business does go into multiple sectors. So we do have business with accounting, business with economics, business with financial management to HR management, business with logistics and supply chain, business and tourism management. And these courses are pretty much replicated through each 3 of the university partners. And the University of South Wales is we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 courses. This is because it's a new partnership. As and when our partnership develops, this course listing will grow. So moving on to scholarships. Throughout all of our university partners, we do offer scholarships for students that are coming from Southeast Asia. And these are new scholarships that we have just announced. So this is what we will be offering our students going forward. So for Northumbria University, depending upon how many semesters the student would need to take, it's going to range between 20 and 30% of their school fees. And then there is follow-on scholarship as well. So the follow-on scholarship is awarded by the university, and with Northumbria University, it's £3,000 off the first year of the student's undergraduate degree, and then it's £1,500 for every year the student is on the course. The International Year 1 program is a 20% scholarship, and then £1,500 for each following year. University of South Wales is 15% to 20% from the foundation, and again that depends on how many semesters they take, whether it's a 2 or 3 semester. And then it's very simple, it's 20% scholarship for every year the student is on the course. Solent University will range between 10 and 20%, again dependent on semesters, and then it's 20% across the board. And the University of Roehampton, we will offer a 15% scholarship on a 2-term and 25% scholarship on a 3-term. And then again, it's very simple, it's 20% scholarship across the board for every year the student is on the course. So the entry requirements, what I've done is I have listed Vietnam down here. So this is for Northumbria University. Students will we'll ideally be looking at a grade of 5.0 or 50%. On completion of year 11 is 6.5 or 65%. And for the international year 1, it would be a 7.0 or 70%. And the great thing is the majority of these entry requirements are mapped against each other, so they will all be very similar. For the foundation program with Solent University, again, it's very similar. It's 70% or 7.0 on their 12th grade. University of Roehampton is here, so it's 50% on the completion of year 12, and the international year 1 is 8.0. And the University of South Wales is 50% with 6.5 across the board. And international year 1 would be 7.5 or 75%. Fees and deposits. Hamid, do you want to cover the fees and deposits?
Yeah. For foundation?
Yeah, so these are the fees that are advertised before scholarship has been, so before the 15 or 20% scholarship has been announced or added to the costs. In terms of deposits, Hamid, do you just want to cover that for me, please?
Yeah. So international not from being in South Wales. For pathways, equally.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Let me just, 1 second, please. Sorry.
So in certain regions, we do have full fees. So this is why it's listed here. And ideally, if a student was to pay full fees, it would make their visa application a lot smoother, and they don't then have to worry about any outstanding payments when they then arrive in the UK. So we would always recommend students pay full fees, but realistically, we would look at around the 70-75% of their school fees as a deposit.
So, Kuli, I've got for Roehampton University, any student who's looking to do an international foundation program for 3 term, it would cost the student £15,000. However, as Kuli mentioned previously, there is a scholarships available. Anyone that's getting the full fee on 15,000, they would be eligible for a 20% scholarship for a pathway program. We also do run during September a 2-term international foundation program, which is for 6 months. The cost for that is 13,000, and we should be able to also get you a 20% scholarship on that 13,000. So that would technically be costing a student 9,500 for a foundation program. With Solent University, our course starts with foundation program we have in business, and that would cost a student 11,500. That would be for 6 months. And again, in terms of scholarship, we could give you 20% scholarship on that, which would bring it down to 9,500 roughly. In terms of the pathway programs we have, as Kuli's mentioned, we've got business, we've got science, technology, engineering, and creative industry, all in the pathway line. And all these courses fees are 11,500, and all subjects you'll be eligible for a 20% scholarship. With South Wales, our program starts with the 6 month. It starts from 10,500, and they are only for 2 term. To be eligible for the 6 month, a student would require a 5.5 IELTS with no less than 5.5. However, if a student's IELTS is slightly lower, then they should be eligible for the 3 term. With the 3 term, the course fee is 13,000. However, again, you could get another 20% scholarship top up your 13,000, which should bring it down to 10,900. And that would be for South Wales. And I've covered all the pathway.
Yeah, thank you, Hamid. So yeah, guys, look, Jenny, in closing, I know we're limited to time, so I'm not going to delve too deep into this. I'm happy to run a more focused kind of pathway session for you and potential students, because I know, look, there's undergraduate and postgraduate courses we wanted to cover as well. But in essence, look, we do have some phenomenal universities, amazing courses with some really, really good scholarships in place. For any student that wants to come abroad especially from Southeast Asia, and get a UK degree. So look, I would recommend, please do try and get your applications in early, because we do fill up very, very quickly.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing such good information and knowledge for our audience today. So just to conclude everything, so we went through pathway courses, undergraduate, and we didn't mention master, didn't we?
I would touch on the masters now. It's all right if I share you my screen? Let me just see if I should be able to share my screen. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen yet?
Nothing. Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
What can you see, Kuli?
I can see your Excel spreadsheet.
Okay. So as Kuli's mentioned, Kuli's actually mentioned majority of the university. The only one that we haven't covered is Ulster University. So we have a campus in Birmingham and London. And within this both campus, we run a few of our undergraduate courses and our postgraduate course. With Ulster University London campus, all application we'll go through the application process in a bit shortly. But within Ulster University, we run 3 undergraduate programs. If you look at my screen here, we've got competing system, competing with diploma, and accounting management. Both these fees are 11,500. As you can see from my screen, the first BSc competing lasts up to 3 years. However, the BSc competing system with diploma comes with 4 years, as there is a sandwich year in between. Both of these courses here, you would need 6.0 with no less than 5.5. With no less than 5.5. However, if you have a student who has done a PSC or has also done Pearson score and they get a score of 60 out of 100, they are also eligible to apply for the UG program. There's a lot of students we have where they get third-class degree. If they do get third-class degree, what we expect them to do is if they apply for an extended course, if you look on my screen here, extended course is basically a pre-master's embedded with our master course. And that course fee is 17,750. Course will last up to 15 months. And it would allow a third-class student to also complete the master degree within the same institution without having to apply for a different CAS. It will be embedded as one CAS, and it will show that the student is coming away with a master course, not just a pre-master. We have the same options with the same student who have got a third class. They still can do a pre-masters with a master's, but in this place here where I've highlighted on my screen, you could see here it comes with work placement. What we mean by work placement is when a student is doing a degree with us, postgraduate degree, they are able to work 3 to 4 months within the university, within the same visa they have, and carry on with the course at the same time. A lot of students, we've realized they want the degree to be practical and not just theoretical. So what we're saying here is if a student wanted to get a work placement within the university here, we would find them a work placement, would help them prepare their CV, would help them prepare for interviews, and generally 95% of the students do find themselves a job. So there's not many students that goes without not finding a job opportunity. However, in instances where they don't have a job opportunity, we won't curtail the visa. They will still have this opportunity to do a work placement within the university itself. We also run our MBA course in our London campus, and that course fee is 30,750. For MBA course, student would require 2-year experience doing some sort of job opportunity in the home country to apply for this course. I won't go into too much details about all the courses we have, but majority of our courses with Ulster universities are with international business, marketing, and human resource. Good thing about doing a degree with Ulster University is our price is very, very attractive. Not many universities within UK in London have fees that are very similar to Ulster University. So to do a master degree, it's only costing you 13,250. Again, we are able to give you a scholarship of 15% for all master degrees within the university. So whoever is looking to do a master degree, if it's for 1 year or if it's with work placement, every single student will be able to get 15% scholarship for our September intake.
Definitely.
The next batch we have. Sorry, Kuli.
So, Karen, I just wanted to quickly say with Ulster, Hamid, the fact that what I really like and why it sells really well is the fact that we run combinations of courses together. So a lot of universities will run a single international business course, and then they'll run a single HR course. The great thing with our courses that we have with Ulster University and Northumbria University is we do combine some of the courses together. So we do have like an international business with HR management. So the great thing is a student would come to the UK and they could get that international business experience as well as HR. So we're not, they're not just having to rely solely on just a HR course or a business course. They can combine it, which then does open up a lot of job opportunities for them when they go back home.
Exactly. Thank you, Quilly. Just going on to the last part of Ulster University in the London campus. As we spoke about the students who could do a direct entry to a master's, and it's costing them 30,250. However, if they wanted to apply with a work placement, the visa length is 21 months plus 4 months extra on the visa, so that would equal to 25 months. Course fee would cost them 18,750, and within that course, they would have the opportunity to do work placement 3 to 4 months within whichever sector they want to do it in. We also have the same campus available in Birmingham campus. In Birmingham, the course fee is slightly cheaper by £500. So if you are looking to study in Ulster University and worried about the fees, ideally Birmingham would be the right choice for you. You can see here in London campus, we are selling the same course for 17,500. However, in Birmingham, it's only costing you 16,000. Same with the Master with Advanced Practice, that is costing you 18,000. But in Birmingham, it's only costing you 17,750. Remember, all of you listeners here today would be eligible for that 15% scholarship for each course you apply for. We also have another university which does postgraduate and top-up courses, which is Northumbria University. Could have touched on this, speaking about the pathway programs we have within this university here in Newcastle. However, we also have a London campus where we run our postgraduate courses and our top-up courses. We have 4 top-up courses available with the London campus, and that would cost you 16,500. It's for 9 months, and that will be for students who have done the degree in the home country and only done 3 years instead of 4 years. So they can come and join us for the final year in UK. If they've done a business course, they would require to finish their business top-up. If they've done some sort of a conversion course in business, then business with entrepreneurship with creative management would be the right course. If they've done some sort of course which is related to finance and banking, then top up for banking, and also same with the accounting and finance. So if you have done a degree within a accounting and finance, the final year would be in BA accounting and finance. If you do complete that, then your degree would be awarded as what it is stated on the course title itself. In Northumbria University, we also accept students for direct masters. So we have various courses here. I won't go through all of them one by one. However, our master course in Northumbria University is costing 16,500. It's a direct entry. So if you have a pass or a merit score on your undergraduate, you'll be eligible for a master course direct entry to our London campus. It will be for 12 months. We can offer you a 15% scholarship on this. With Northumbria University, our English requirement is slightly higher. You require 6.5 with no less than 5.5, purely because it's a very ranked university. It's very well known, and it's amongst the top university in UK for business. The same course that I've just related in the top, you could also do that within 24 months course. And the reason why the length is 24 months is because it all comes with advanced practice, which basically again means it's got work placement embedded with the master course. The course fee is 19,500, and we will again be able to give you a 15% scholarship. With Vietnamese students, we also provide you an early payment discount and a full payment discount. So if you are in a position where you make your applications early, there will be a discount of another additional £500. If you do a full payment, there will be another additional £500 discount on top of your 15% scholarship. So let me stop sharing my screen. So that was a bit more about the Northumbria University in London, also University in London and Birmingham. I know Kuli's covered a lot about international year one. However, we do see a trend in Vietnam where a lot of students do qualify for the international year one. So if you are in a position where you couldn't get yourself into your undergraduate, our international year one it's a very sellable course where students have full access to the universities. They won't be in a position where they're being disadvantaged because the international year one has a lot more about the degree itself, plus it has a lot more elements about English as well. So I know Kulis touched a bit about international year one, but I just wanted to re-echo about the international year one where we potentially see a huge number of students applying for that course here.
Definitely. I think, sorry, Hamid, I'll just jump in there. Look, with Southeast Asia, along with the majority of Asia, a lot of the teaching is theoretical based. So when a student comes to the UK and they're going to an undergraduate level degree, which is a level 6 program, it's not an easy thing. A lot of them, it can be a massive culture shock for them because they've only been taught to learn from a book. So when in the UK, we're very practical in the way we teach, and this is why our degrees are so sought after by leading employers, because we do develop critical thinking, problem solving abilities through education. So I would always recommend that the international year one program statistically has been proven. If somebody goes direct entry and a student goes through the international year one, the student that's taken the international year one route will always end up with a higher awarded degree because they have all that additional support and guidance right at the beginning of their degree. So it's all about academic for English purposes, how to do research, how to write your dissertations, and it really does set a student up well for their undergraduate degree. So anybody here that has the option of going through a direct course or international year one, I would always look to promote the international year one course to them, just because it is of benefit to them.
Thank you, Kuli. One other thing that we haven't touched is if any of the listeners here don't have English, we provide our internal English test, which is a free of charge. However, to qualify for that, you would need to make your application, and you need to have some sort of idea about your spoken English as well as listening skills. If that is up to standard, generally we would recommend a student should be applying for a QA English test. The waiting time is roughly around 2 to 3 weeks before you get your slots. If you do pass, then you'll be eligible to come and join us for the course that you've applied for. Making application is another thing that we just want to touch on. To make application with us, all the student needs to do is provide their document to the agencies, and the agencies should be able to log into our portal and submit the application on behalf of the student.
So thank you, Kuli and Hami, for such an information. So during the interview, during the live stream, I have received a lot of questions from our viewers. So the first of them is from Vietnamese student. Her name is Tam, and so I will read that out for you. So for the internal year one course, what happens after a student completed the first year with QA? And will they move to the main campus of the university to complete the degree or stay with the QA program?
Okay, so the international year one program, so all students, whether they come on a foundation or an international year one degree option, they will be university students from day one. They will study within the university campus. They will have access to all the amenities that other students do have. So to answer this question, you will be a university student from day one. You'll study in the same campus. A lot of the people that you're doing your your foundation or international year one degree will be your classmates when you move forward as well. So you will be part of the university.
Thank you. So another question is from my friend, actually. So she's asking for what are the rules of gap years for undergraduate course in the UK?
So if you're a sponsor student who's got a CAS for 3 years, then there is no gap year. However, if you get yourself a course which is a 4-year course, and that usually generally has a gap year where you can take a gap year and do some sort of work placement and come back in. So depending on which university you join and which university has the gap year, generally the 4-year course has the gap year, and the 3-year courses generally don't have the gap year. So
Okay,
without questions.
Yeah. So for another question, so she completed a degree in Vietnam, and as you said before, the thing about the UK education is that it's eligible for us to apply to different courses and to learn it during our courses. So can I apply for another undergraduate course with a different subject in the UK after I complete my degree in Vietnam?
How many years has she done of her degree?
4 years in Vietnam.
She's done 4 years.
Yes.
And does she want to do a master's program?
An undergraduate program in the UK, like a new subject.
So there is a thing called progression in the UK, and when students have taken a bachelor's degree, then there would be that question raised: why would they want to do another bachelor's degree when they can go to a master's level program? I personally don't think it's possible. I think for masters, if a student's done one master's, they can take another master's, but I'm not sure if they'd be able to take a whole new undergrad 3-year course when they've already completed one, which they've spent 4 years in their home country doing. Why would they then want to do another 3 years on another level? I understand you can move sectors and industries in life. I understand that. I started off in law, so I never thought I'd end up in international recruitment. But yeah, you can do that at a master's level. So whatever undergraduate course she's done, if she wants to then change her career, she can do that at a master's level, because in the UK, we do have one of the largest course choices available.
Okay, so thank you for this answer. So the next question is, at which stage can I move to the UK to do a top-up course?
So your top-up course will be the final year of your course. So as long as you've met the requirements, you would come over, spend 1 year with us and do your top-up. You would then get your undergraduate degree. And then from there, you can then decide to do a master's course. So you can spend another year doing a master's course. So within 2 years, you could have completed an undergraduate degree as well as a master's. That on your CV when you go back home is just going to open up so many doors for you.
Yes, so in terms of the benefits of doing a top-up course in the UK, so outside of theoretical knowledge in your course, what are the benefits in terms of practical thing, like experience, and what they can be relevant to your job opportunities later on when you finish your course in the UK?
Okay, so look, if I was a Vietnamese student and I had the option to do a top-up, I would jump at the opportunity, simply for the fact that I would be able to put a UK degree on my CV. The practical side, as I said, we do get our students in the UK or through education to work a lot more with problem solving, critical thinking, analysis, all of these things, management skills. They all add value to students. It's not just their work life, but also their personal lives as well. And the fact that they would come over to the UK, experience that multicultural environment, spend a year within the UK, which is one of the biggest financial hubs in the world, especially within London. It just ticks a lot of boxes. They can build an international network. They can gain some work experience because, look, students can work during studies. And they can also experience the UK. It's an amazing country. There's beautiful things to see here. And for a year, it ticks all the boxes for me.
So thank you for your answer.
I think I saw another question about what marks do you need for a top-up. To get into your top-up, as long as a student has 50% pass rate, they should be able to get your top-up. Anything below 50% would classify as a fail. So as long as they have 50% or the Vietnam scoreline, which is 5 out of 10, then they're generally all right.
Okay, so another question from Tamian, also a Vietnamese student. So he's asked, I completed 3 years in college. Can I apply for a master course in the UK?
No. So all students that have completed a degree has to be done in university, not in a college.
Okay. So another question from Lam. So please, can you share more about this? Is there any chance that a student might fail to get this visa?
What visa was that? Sorry.
Graduate visa scheme.
Is that so? Post-study work visa.
Post-study work visa.
So the great another key selling point for coming to the UK is the fact that this government now offers a 2-year post-study work visa for any student that completes a full degree in the UK. So the great thing is you can come over as soon as you've completed your degree. You can apply for this visa. You get an extra 2 years in the UK, where you can then work, gain some work experience, build up your knowledge, basically put what you've learnt in classroom into practical working experience, get that UK company on your CV, and then it's up to you whether you go back home or whether you try and stay in the UK or wherever you go in the world. This degree will open up doors for you, and I think that's why the UK is so popular, because no other country really has that power in terms of education to get that degree. Wherever they go, it's globally recognized.
Yes, I agree. So thank you for that answer. So our next question is from a student from a 12, I think it's a high schooler. So he asking what happens if a student failed a pre-sessional English course or a foundation course.
So with the foundation program, there's two options. So we give a single CAS or a joint CAS. A joint CAS is the foundation program and the entire undergraduate degree on one visa. So the student will come, spend 4 years with us, one visa, undergraduate, postgraduate, happy days. If a student's English level isn't to the required score, we can offer a single CAS. So that's a 9 to 10, 12-month visa that covers the foundation. The student would then be able to, once they've finished that, they would then be able to change visa, apply in country, and then carry on with their undergraduate degree. If a student fails their foundation, they do have a number of reset options available for them, and that is conducted within the foundation program. So what we've done is we've accounted or put time aside for any students that potentially might fail their semesters or their modules. They will always have the option of retakes.
Yeah, generally there shouldn't be many students failing. If you look at our pass rate, 97% of our students pass. So the students that don't generally pass our foundation course are the students that don't attend the classes, are not punctual, or missing a lot of online classes. They're the ones generally do fail, or else there isn't an opportunity there for you to fail. It's not a very hard course for you to not pass. So whoever asks that question, be a bit more confident that you would pass. As long as you're attending the classes, you're listening, you're understanding what the lecture, there's no reason why you shouldn't pass.
Yeah, look, all the tools are there for them. Everything the student would need to pass is there for them, but it is one of those, we can only show them the door. They have to walk through it themselves. So there is work involved, As you said, look, it's a level 6 program, the undergraduate degree. It is a hard degree. It's not a walk in the park, but that's why there's so much in demand, because not everybody that can start this course will finish an undergraduate degree. So everything's there for them to have to pass.
Thank you. So I just have this question. So you know that when students go to the UK to study, so all they want is to find a job afterwards. So what do you think about the job opportunities in the UK now, especially in the time of Brexit and so many political movements around the world? What's the impact on the job marketplace in the UK?
Okay, look, I think in terms of the job market, not just in the UK but globally, it's very, very competitive. It's never been so competitive because the pandemic hit. A lot of companies lost money, they closed down, a lot of people were made redundant. But as we come out of this pandemic, what we're finding in the UK is we do have a skills gap. There is a skills shortage in the UK in certain industries, and there is a huge amount of vacancies and jobs available in the UK. I can't sit here and promise or guarantee anybody a job, but what we can do is we can give them the tools, the knowledge, the accreditation, the qualifications that can then help them get positions either in the UK or wherever they go in the world.
Yeah, thank you very much. So our last question is from a Vietnamese student again. So if I apply for top-up road year 3, will I be eligible for graduation visa?
Not for a top-up. So you have to be in a master level, because after you finish your top-up, that's the conversion to a master's actually. So you should be, yeah. As long as you have completed your master's, then you would be eligible for a 2-year post-study work.
Yeah, so if a student, the stipulation is that if they've completed a full degree. Now, top up isn't a full degree because they've taken the majority of it somewhere else. So what I'd say is the foundation students, when they come and they finish their bachelor's, because they've taken that entire degree within the UK, they would be eligible to claim for a post-study work visa.
Okay, so I think that's all for today. That's our question for everybody. Yeah, so thank you, Kuli and Hami, for attending this webinar today.
You're more than welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So we've been going through undergraduate, pathway, foundation, pre-sectional English test in the QA higher education. I believe QA higher education with Kuli and Hami will be a best choice for students in Vietnam to go for if they want to study in the UK for different subjects, and maybe be eligible to stay in the UK after they courses. So yeah, thank you everybody for being here today and asking so many good questions. And thank you, Kuli and Hami, for such good and experienced knowledge and answers.
You're more than welcome. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Speak to you soon.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care and stay safe, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.